He's doing
He's
stuff.
taking a break, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you drove down here today
Yep.
to Rockland.
Yep.
And I know this is like a 1 mile loop.
Yeah.
So he's going to just run what?
We're live streaming the whole thing.
We're live streaming the whole thing today.
And today we're doing a so we're basically the first run in the country. It's the longest run in the country for mental health. Satch is also the first person of color to ever run across Canada. He's also the first ever first responder to do it, and he's also the oldest ever at 27.
Okay, first thing's not that old because I'm 46, so
Yeah, so you should join us for a couple of
let's
days.
calm down. I will walk, and that's the thing. I was going home just to change, start my walk, and I ended up down here, but I was like, by the time I get here,
No, so
So he's the first person of color. He is, what is his ethnicity?
he's Indian, so South Asian, and mental health today is such a
Yes.
So 5 years ago, he had his own mental health episode. He came to a place where people want to be around him. But started using that as an opportunity to fund for these charities and heal. So just by himself, for the last 3 years, he's raised over 100% for mental health charities, mainly supporting the people using that. And the goal was always to run across the country. So we kicked this should 16 June and started off in Victoria. And pretty quickly, we realized, and the way we initially planned to do it was the way it's kind of always been done. You get on the highway, you hammer out a bunch of kilometers, go from point A to point B. But pretty quickly, so what we didn't anticipate was actually a lot of people who wanted to reach out.
Yeah.
They are me, just like you, they want to be curious, what is this thing about? And so we kind of realized that we can't truly say we're about mental health if you're running past people. We need to run through them. And we're also, at least as far as we know, it's not in the country. So typically when people do run across the country, they just support one charity and some cause. We're supporting five. The money that we raise, because we believe that, look, mental health affects everyone. You can't isolate them. Again, it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter if just mental health affects everyone. Okay, so the five charities we're supporting. The reason why we're here today is actually because of this charity, their opportunity. They work in this community with kids and help them with lower groups around the mental health support. So there's another one for cancer or that also works with youth. Then we have the other weekend. They work with men and women struggling with addiction. Then we have a Canadian men's health foundation and youth sport.
Yeah.
So we've been on this thing for the last 64 days. It's been incredible. It's just been amazing to obviously see the country, but also the scale of the problem is very evident. It's huge. We've been to towns with like 500 people, to obviously a place like Toronto and stuff. Everybody's going through something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So our hope is that Satch is kind of bringing in the run, at least at the very least, first raise awareness.
Yeah.
Then second, with our targets, we at least equip the people fighting on the front line. And then beyond that, we have some idea of what we can do to significantly impact. What's your name, by the way?
I'm Dawn.
Don, I'm Glenn. Nice to meet you.
Glenn?
Yeah.
Will?
Glenn and Will.
Okay. Sorry. So who are you two together?
So we're buddies.
Yeah.
So I'm the managing director of the whole project. So I've kind of been involved executing against Sachin's vision, essentially. So if you wanted to do the thing, figure out the IPs, the team, the app, the social media, the content, everything that we need to kind of make it happen.
Yeah.
And then Will's really, like, he's been helping us out.
Volunteer, like, I met him like almost a year ago, and really thought what he's doing is like very important. So I actually met him. I was going to PWC together with him, the fundraiser I supported. I was in it to drugs and alcohol, and he came and did a talk when I was in there. And it was really inspiring. I actually met like him as well as other people in that center. I'm going to be a year sober next this September 10th, my mom's birthday. So, yeah. But so yeah, like I just like it's my way of trying to do some sort of service,
Dude, so
and it's something that like I I was struggling myself. Like, I didn't want to be here as well. I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. But I really took a hold of my life, and through going to treatment, it gave me my life back, and hearing words of encouragement from the guys that are like half of the guys are like working out, running the next day. It's like it's a very very powerful story.
And he's a first responder for who?
So he was with the CBSA for 18 years.
Okay.
So he was basically in border support.
Yeah.
And then he had a mental health injury in the workplace. And, his tools were taken away from him. And, then COVID happened. So he went through divorce, isolation, all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I totally get like I'm a CMP. Like,
Wow, all right.
Yeah.
And like it's all like it's I don't know what's going on in the world right now, universal. Like I'm off right now. I took 3 weeks
Yeah.
because I'm like my mental health is going because I went through a whole experience of like severe racism in the forest for the past 2 years, and it's just it leaves you in this weird spiral. And that was the first thing too. Like, okay, mental health, like. What are they doing? Is it like just general mental health, or are they going to be talking about the impact of like racism and all these things on people's mental health? And then I come around the corner and I'm like, okay, obviously, we're looking at we're looking at a wide range of issues here. Everything is taken care of. Yeah. Right? And that was my first, not concern, but my first interest, because we get lost in mental health, right? We get forgotten. I think because people they focus on what they know in the communities or understandings of how it impacts what they know, and they don't really give weight to other things that people are doing with that also.
It's complicated. Like, even to be honest, even we've been struggling with South Asian community reaching out because we think that people from brown background across the country get a lot more support from our own community, but it hasn't been as bad as we've been hoping. Not to say, and for us, I realize it's not so much so. It's more of just how the community themselves.
Yeah.
It's not something that's openly talked about.
Yeah.
So there's obviously room for growth there, but on the flip side, we also think, brown guys going across the country, like Mormons essentially talk about mental health. Our experience has been unbelievably fun. It's like we've had maybe one racist comment on like Instagram or something, but the amount of people, that lady there, she just showed up today. She's been fundraising, but she didn't know about us. The last couple of months, raising money for mental health students.
Right.
Found out she's been running SAT. And she's decided to donate her kidney that's between us to something called.
Is there a kidney?
A kitty. Like
I was like...
the pool. The pool. Sorry. Actually, that being said, yesterday we did something with the No, but I'm sorry to hear what you've been through.
No, I mean, it's life, right? It's totally life.
But at the same time,
I'm fortunate that I could see it, address it, and have that support system. But you were going to say at the same time, sorry.
Some people just like have that balance.
Yeah.
Have the voice to speak up.
See it. Yeah, but they think it's
something else.
They think it's by not saying anything, it's keeping them safer.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you're just opening yourself up to more. Sometimes the hardest things are the things you got to just say, fuck it, like.
But I think it's also too like some like it's out of fear.
100%.
They're scared they're gonna
lose their job.
Lose their job, not understood, laughed at.
Yeah, all those things, and all those things happen, right? But
around, they can handle.
Yeah.
And, like, or just knowing where to go and like something like that happens, they might.
And that's key. And that's why this is wonderful.
I'd love for you to sign up for the audience.
Yeah.
We've been getting signatures from thousands of people across the country, and but do you have support? Are you doing okay?
Oh my god, I'm totally fine. the biggest support for me at the beginning of it was a psychologist said to me, file every single complaint. That's what she said. She said, use every single channel that they provide, file every single complaint, and you will see how that becomes therapy for yourself. And I have a psychologist, but I did that. And in fighting, I was able to find like a stronger voice every single time. I had to write something. I was just sitting. I started going back to school, taking all these classes, just so I could fuel that fight. And you become empowered by these struggles. Because what are they going to do? What are they going to do? I was sort of not inspired, right? Because then that becomes a bigger issue for them. They're not going to do.
It's almost like
They're more scared of us, as in people who are victimized, once you find your footing, because there's only so much they can do to you, right? Right? And I think that's the biggest thing. As long as you have community and a sense of self, or steps or community that helps you establish your sense of self, there's no, they can't take this much.
there almost needs to be like classes.
That's
Awesome. People, so, like, knowing what, you know, it's like exactly what you just said, like what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Like coaching kids and like young adults, like
You have to stand out. And
have that voice.
in the end, all my complaints came back as founded, and like I won, right? But they hammered me, like, let's try to drown you out, like, don't fight back. And yeah, no, I'm very fortunate. I have a very strong family, and like my doctors are great, my psychologist is great, and my husband is great. I have a really strong support system, and I'm stubborn as hell, so that helped too.
I feel like you and Seth get along just fine.
So how long will you guys be here for?
He's done 25 so far. But today it's gonna
25 today?
so far he's gonna do 50, and so he's just taking a break. So maybe another 3 to 4 hours. But it's been interesting where every day it's kind of strange, especially getting stronger. So today's actually been the fastest time. So you think like after like 64 days of doing 50K a day, that you'd be
Like on the bike?
No,
what was awesome.
yeah.
How'd that go?
It was very I don't know. It was like, yeah, it was magical. Like he like coached me through it, and like I was just explaining it earlier. It was like, you know, you get that mental block where you're like, I can't do it. But it's like, you gotta put past it. You know, you keep telling yourself something's impossible. Like, you know, saying like, oh, like this is like a problem. Like, then you start, you know, you're putting down, but like, you know, you change your mentality about it. So like, oh, okay, I this is wrong. I need to change. Yeah, I need to face it.
It's true.
And
Your body knows what to do.
yeah, exactly. My body knows how to run. Like it's okay, you know. I just once like, you know, like the big eight started kicking in, like I just blocked them out, you know, and it's like also it's just like I set the goal after like I got to like 30-40K. I'm like, I can't stop now.
No.
I'll never be able to say I did 50K.
You have less ahead of you than you do have behind you.
Yeah.
That's another thing, right? Like, God, what the struggle have already happened.
Yeah.
Not you're amazing.
Yeah, I said that.
But
I said that when I was running.
it's true. Like, keep moving, man. Happy yesterday.
This is our idea. This is sort of been our hope is that at the end of the run, what everyone is hoping to do is
Yes.
it's a cool way to the whole country that you have wherever you find a spot, you get up. It's in your heart.
But I need to know.
Anywhere and everywhere except for the red, like mental health on the side.
Yeah, no, preserve that. You know, right?
Adrian, same counselor here.
Awesome. good as it can be.
My son Hardy. Yeah, let me get you a try.
It can be.
My son Hardy. Yeah, let me get you a try.
It can be.
Thank you very much. So yeah, I don't know if my kids ready, but I'll bring you today. We have a bunch of coaches that are learning to people that donate. So it's like, so say you donate $5, they'll donate $5 more. So yeah, I don't know. So next year. But
Oh, right. So they're supposed to have.
we take cash, but there's also the best way to donate would be through the website. So like, oh, you alright?
Yes.
But yeah, we do take cash too. We'll give you, and then if you donate online, they'll be
Okay.
but we can take cash. We get you donate.
Yeah. But so we
We do take cash.
you get a tax.
Yeah.
And that's then you basically start to
Yeah.
Yeah, if you give us cash, we won't say no. It's just that goes into your like covering everything. We're just happy to. And we're doing a donation match campaign. So part for this morning. Yeah, if you give us you know, we try our best. We've been doing a look, we're not a one and done.
No, yeah. I was going to make it a
So one of the things we do is so once the duck is live, I'm going to be donating and Saturday is going to go back to facing the brother.
Yeah.
But the idea is to do like a full so you can always reach out because we'd be happy to bring down or share our experiences with people. Yeah, so this is it's just for us it's just been about it's not even about money. It's that's what it just happens.
No, I think you know what? I think it's
Yeah.
That would be awesome. We'd love to have you there. We're
no,
also
I'm not going to do money. I just
Yeah. Walk, run, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, come here.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah,
you know, we get like
oh, I don't think that's the one. I'm going to go for
you want
oh my God, yes!
you're not even on a hug. So good feeling.
Yeah, no, I do. I definitely do. I need to like this. Yeah,
All right, awesome. See you in a bit. Good one. See ya.
Watching this line. Just how it goes.
Was it on us that whole time?
Yeah.
No. What's up? Watch.
Just it goes.
get you, and you've got audio.
Okay, what's up, man? So what's going on, team? I'm just halfway done the day. Got 25K done. Just finished a break. Got some food in me. Laid down for a bit and hydrated. And now we're gonna get back on the 500 meters and crush out the last 25K. So it's good.
What's been cool
Yeah.
is you've been getting faster.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy, man. Like, let's see, yeah. I mean, I've been getting faster progressively over the last 64 days. I think it's been a combination of things. Obviously, adapting to the workload, understanding how to pace myself a bit better on this kind of exercise, and fueling myself a little bit, dialing it in a bit more. So yeah, today the first 25K was under 3 hours, which doesn't sound fast, but when you're doing multiple ultras consecutively, for me it is. So now I'm just gonna hit the other 25. If I can do that in 3.5 hours or 3 hours and 15 minutes, that means we would have shaved another 15, 20 minutes off the time. So if we are able to do that today, that'll be my fastest time today, or to date. And so we're gonna continuously, what I'm trying to do over the next little while is to keep pushing a little bit day after day, so that I'd love to be able to get a really fast time my last day in St. John's. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about. So we'll see how it goes today.
And also a little bit about, like, it's been cool. You've had people run with you.
Yeah.
You have Steph here and Alex as well.
Yeah.
What's that been like?
It's been good, man, having people come out and just have conversations, man. Because like when I'm on the highways and or running in the towns by myself, it is kind of boring. So having people come out, share their stories, have conversations with them about what their lives are like and what they're going through and their ups, the things that they're having fun with or whatever, right? So it's been makes the time go by a lot faster. Maybe that's why I'm getting faster. I don't know. Maybe the community and the connections helping me get quicker.
Yeah.
So it's been good, man.
Awesome. And donations wise, at last count, we were at 5,884. Amelia here has generously also donated 325.
Awesome.
So that's going to be what, 650. Plus, we've had a few other folks donate. So I think we're over the 6,000 mark.
Amazing.
How does that make you feel, dude?
Honestly, man, $6,000 in basically 3-4 hours. It's pretty freaking awesome. But that doesn't mean we stop donating. We want more donations coming in so we can double up. So we potentially raise 40,000. If we're able to raise $40,000 today, man, that's amazing. We'll be able to actually directly impact a lot of people and help a lot of people with whatever they're dealing with, either with addiction, youth programs. We're here with their opportunity today. I mean, some of that money will go towards them. That actually gets kids playing sports for a year. Like, what was it, like $325 gets a kid playing sports for a year? That's awesome.
Yeah.
So keep the donations coming in. It's super cool to see, and yeah, I'll keep running.
All right. I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream so far. Lots more coming your way.
Yeah.
And Satch, you can get back to it.
Let's
Here's
go.
your hat.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah. Back to work.
Back to work indeed.
I love the 325 and the youth number were the same.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, eh?
Well,
What time did he leave at?
he should be back soon.
Like an hour ago? Yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys part of their opportunity as well?
Our dad is.
Oh, sweet.
Because we came here.
Wait, who's your dad?
Adam.
Oh, okay, cool. Adam's
Were you
awesome.
with him?
Adam, I believe, was with him, and he did do a 15K as well. So I think.
His stuff's gone. Like, no, yeah, stuff like you. Oh. And
yes,
you got my
your
sweatpants. Where the?
Okay, guys, so it's 2:15 p.m. here in Clarence, Rockland. Satch is chugging along, as you can see, and now our donations tally has gone up to $6,562, which means with our match, we're at a total of $13,125. That is just incredible. Thank you so much, guys. Couple more donations have come in, so um, I'm gonna, I'm gonna thank some of our donors. We've had Kendall, who's given us 152 bucks. Amelia Sandu, Saiju's amazing. Satch's amazing partner has donated 325 bucks, and Anne as well with $200. So thank you guys so much. As you can see, Satch is still powering along. And what I wanted to do right now was actually introduce another guest on our live stream. So a couple of days ago, this guy called Mike Shorman, you guys should check him out. He's incredible. He's paddled through a lot of all the Great Lakes, and he's somebody who's been struggling with some disabilities, but turned it into positive, good to raise money and funds for charities. He connected us with this amazing game called Knuckle. Now, Knuckle is basically Canada's version of Wordle, and a lot of you guys actually reached out and was super kicked about the collaboration. And so we actually have one of the co-founders of the game with us today, Mark. So I'm gonna bring him on. We're gonna have a quick conversation about the game and the collaboration and just the amazing work that they're doing. And this run has been so Canada centric, so it's great to have businesses and small businesses and amazing folks really step up for us here in Canada. So I'm gonna add Mark in, and here you go. How's it going, Mark?
Hey Glenn, how's it going? Can you hear me okay?
I hear you loud and clear, buddy. Thank you for making time.
Fantastic. Happy to be here.
That's awesome. I'm just gonna quickly get some overlays out of the way so we can see your handsome face. And there we go. All right. First off, Mark, thank you so much for joining us on a Monday. I know you're a busy guy. How's it going? How's your Monday coming along?
Uh, it's awesome. It's going well. Thanks. I've had a chance to follow some of your live stream today and and see that you've got some awesome support in Clarence Rockland, which is fantastic. Looks like Satch is killing it as usual. He's knocking it out of the park already. So happy to see you guys got good weather, a little cooler out there, and yeah, it's been awesome following the journey.
Yeah, as things go, and we've met in person as well, and given you a little bit of insight on some of the behind the scenes stuff that's happening on the project, and honestly, it feels like we're fumbling through the thing every day, but our focus is we just need to go where people are, and things seem to work itself out. So even this live stream was just kind of put together. In fact, I appreciate all the messages that you shared today as well. That really helped bring us back on track and all of that. So firstly, Knuckle, right? For maybe the few people in our audience who don't know what it is, what the game's all about, could you just give us a quick introduction?
Yeah, absolutely. Knuckle is the brainchild of my brother Jeff and myself. In the middle of the pandemic, we were enamored with this game called Wordle, like a lot of people around the world. And we thought, hey, how about we make a Canadian version of this? So both Jeff and I reverse engineered a bit of the code. We decided we'd just make this fun game and see if we could do something that was a little bit different. We were sitting around at home, each other's houses, apart with all the social distancing going on. We said, how can we connect? How can we do this? So we created this game back in February 2022, a little over 3.5 years ago. And it just has grown and grown and turned into a game that has over 50,000 people that play every day now. So it's been a really fun little side project. We're loving being able to promote Canada and fun facts about Canada and just sort of showcase really unique and fun things about Canada to the world. It's been played in over 200 countries around the world. It's been played over 200 million times. So we're pretty excited that it's had such great reach. And we're so pumped that Mike Shorman suggested that we reach out to you guys on this. Loved meeting you in person, seeing an inside look at the journey that Satch is going through right now. And it was just a no-brainer for us to support and connect with you guys. So this has been fantastic.
That's huge, man. I think there's something to be said about community, really. And I feel like Canada is just like one big community. When it came to Knuckle, I think I played it a little bit. I'm already seeing how difficult it must be to come up with the words for the day. How do you guys go about that process?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know what? It was a lot easier when we were starting, and the first 50, 100 words is not too bad, but we're coming up on 1,200 words now. After running the game for so long. So the game has sort of evolved from sort of iconic Canadian five-letter words like moose and canoe and sorry to really any word that can have some sort of tie to a Canadian history event or a fun fact or trivia about Canada.
Mm.
So, like you said, we were able to feature Satch in yesterday's puzzle, which was awesome. The word was 50. Not a spoiler, the game's already been played. But again, there's an example of, the word 50 is not a Canadian word. It's not anything iconically Canadian, but we were able to talk about Satch running 50 kilometers every day for mental health awareness. So we're
Yeah.
able to tie that five-letter word to a Canadian fun fact, feature Satch, feature the Satch in Motion Fund, and hopefully bring a little boost and some awareness to his campaign, bring some dollars in. I know that's what we're ultimately trying to do here is raise some money for mental health charities. So I think we're in a really fortunate position that we have a platform that we can share and highlight and do things with Canadian innovation, Canadian events and things that are going on. And we're really happy to support you guys.
That's huge, man. And again, I can't thank you guys enough. I think like one of the things that struck me when we first connected was the speed at which you guys just kind of went all in. And that was truly humbling because, you and your brother both have full-time jobs, plus you're building this awesome game with 50,000 active users a day. I can't even imagine like the coding upkeep that needs to be done every single day. So you guys are clearly busy. And not only did you take time off your schedule, but you spent a lot of time with us. You even got us flats of water and took time to put together like a little goodie bag with snacks and all of that fun stuff. Um, I was just got me curious, man. Like, what was this about what we're doing that immediately resonated with you guys like this so quickly?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I think that's one of the really cool things about your journey is how it connects people and how people sort of latch on, and there's just something so inspiring about what's being done. And I think everyone has someone in their life that has been impacted by something to do with mental health, whether it be family, friend, colleague, someone that you even just a very casual friend at a hockey rink. You might just see someone going through something. And I think we can all say that we've experienced that. And it was really the inspiration that Satch is bringing to people that really drew us in. So you're right. It was a short turnaround, but happy that we could bring some stuff and bring a smile to Satch's face. I know he's got some of those Canada sunglasses we might see him wearing at some
Yeah.
point. He's probably been munching down on those coffee crisps.
I
So,
was just gonna
and he's got
say,
that
yeah,
he's got that emergency jar of maple syrup. So, it's bringing some Canadian content and some fun to it. That's what we try to do every day. And this is just such a really great opportunity for us to collab with you guys. So really happy to do it.
that's incredible, man. And again, forever just grateful for all the help and support. For people who are watching, who may be watching after the live stream as well is done, how can they find you? What can they do to contribute to the growth of Kanakal?
Sure, you got it. You can go to us at Canuckle Game on all of our social platforms. If you Google Canuckle, you'll find us, but we're canucklegame.ca. We've got a daily game that runs each day, a 5-letter puzzle. We have a weekly Canuckle Plus puzzle, which is a 6 or 7-letter word, and we even have a daily Sudoku puzzle that uses Canadian emojis. So we've got a breadth of Canadian themed games, and really happy to see our user community growing. And we've
That
definitely got a few more people playing after some features with Satch. So happy to see that too.
And it's mutual, man. We got a whole bunch of donations from all parts of the planet. Actually, we got some stuff I think from Poland, from the U.S., and the
Wow,
only thing that made sense was it was all the magic of Knuckle. So
you got it.
again, just incredible. Mark, thank you so much for your time. Big hugs to you, bro. I gotta say I love you, man. You're a good dude, and it was just so humbling meeting you and your brother. And I can't wait to see where the game goes. But beyond that, I just can't wait to catch up with you guys once again when we're back in Ottawa.
Awesome, you bet. You let us know when you're here, and Jeff says hello as well. Definitely want to pass on to. I know we talked about this. I mentioned it our game yesterday. We did feature Satch, which was great, and we want to let you know that we're going to donate $500 to Satch's cause today. So that's going to be coming in. We'll bring that donation in thanks to featuring him in our game. We're really happy to make that contribution to the fund.
Dude, you're gonna make me cry, man. That's just unbelievable. Just for people to know, they already chipped in $100. They've donated ad revenue, and they've taken care of us in so many ways. They've given us water, snacks, like he said, and I think for us, and obviously the $500 with today's donation match will be worth $1,000. And again, I can't thank you enough. It really brings tears to my eyes. But beyond that, it's just a firm reminder again of how incredible we are to live in this wonderful community of Canada where strangers just help each other out like this. We barely know each other. We connected on text, and then this is what you're doing, and helping us out. Like, I'm actually gonna tear up. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's you guys are just something else, man. God bless y'all.
Well, thank you for what you're doing. Being in an RV with a guy across Canada, that's got to have ups and downs, I'm sure. And you guys are supporting each other through it. So thank you for what you're doing. Obviously, kudos and props to Satch and the whole crew that's supporting you guys. And what you're doing is incredible. So
Amazing.
keep it up.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, Mark. I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so
All
much
right.
for your time.
Thanks,
All right,
Glenn. All right.
see
Take
ya.
care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. And we can. So there you have it, guys. That was Mark, one of the co-founders of this game, Knuckle. Man, it's just like I don't even know what to say. It's every day when you're overwhelmed with so much positivity like this, and like as you can see, Satch out there, um, doing his thing, running across the country, spending time with people. It's just so humbling. It's just so humbling. Even the gear that we got today to do this live stream as well was donated by this incredible company, Origin Cinema. Thanks, Karani, if you're watching. Um, it's it's really, really humbling to see how people are coming together for this cause around mental health. It truly is a huge problem in our country, and every step we take, the way we support each other, we know that we're going to do something long term together. We're going to make a dent in mental health. Um, that was Mark once again. I'm gonna take a quick break and come back with a few more guests. I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. Something that we just put together and we're trying out because a lot of you guys reached out and said, we'd love to just kind of watch Satch do the whole thing. Ooh. And actually, we actually have our next guest lined up right here. So she's just gonna join us in a sec. Awesome.
Hello.
How did it go?
Want me to come sit with you guys?
Yeah, grab a chair. Might as well. This is cool. How you doing?
Their opportunity are coming back. Matthew has my number.
Okay.
I'll be back at 4:30.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank
Sweet.
you very much.
All right. Thank you. All right. Sweet. All right. We're live already, but it's all good. We're gonna get. Let me just get the second camera kind of set up here, so that we just have a little bit more room. All right, so I'm just gonna use this as a mic. No pressure, we're live. A bunch of people are watching us right now.
Yes.
But it's all good.
Is anyone watching right now?
I actually don't know. I prefer, it's just like one of those things where I'd just much rather focus on the thing.
I'll start mine.
And then we shall see. All right. So, yeah, so we were basically tracking you like this. And we have audio ready to go. That's great. Okay, so why don't you quickly introduce yourself?
My name is Stephanie. I am 36 years old. I'm technically originally from Clarence, Rockland, but I grew up in Gatineau. I've been running for almost a little over a year now.
Yeah.
And I participated in 5 races this year, and I did my first racing fundraiser this year for race weekend.
That's
But
amazing.
yeah.
Steph again came through us. You discovered our little campaign in May, and you were sharing a little bit about what you've been doing over the last couple of months, kind of doing a little bit of fundraising, specifically focusing around charity work.
Mhm.
If you don't mind sharing some of that.
Yep. In May, while I was preparing for the Ottawa race weekend for my first half marathon, an old colleague of mine, Carl, shared what Sachin was doing. And it came up right as I was starting my fundraiser for Upstream Ottawa, which is another mental health foundation that works strictly in Ottawa for now. But yeah, that fundraiser didn't reach its goal, but it reached a very great goal. They were able to reach their fundraising goal for that specific event. And yeah, I'm now at my 5th race of the season coming up.
Wow.
I haven't been fundraising for each, but what's nice is that most of the Ottawa races offer a green bib option, which
Yep.
means that you don't get a medal, and a little bit extra of your entry fee goes directly to the foundation.
Yep.
And it's just nice to be part of the community, part of events like these,
Yep.
and know that when you're participating, you're raising awareness for whichever charity is being sponsored for that event, and a little bit of extra money is going for that from the community.
Yeah, one of the things that struck me when we had a conversation a little bit earlier about what it is that you've been doing was you actually suffered a little bit of an injury with tendonitis. You were telling me, and instead of just taking it easy, you actually didn't give up on running,
No.
but you chose to pivot and focus. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, this is my first full year of running, and running through the spring, running on kind of snow that was not perfectly leveled, and just getting used to new shoes and all of that fun stuff. I, yes, got a tendonitis, and I was really struggling to keep up with my training because of personal things that were happening in my life. I was still running, but I wasn't fueling properly. I wasn't sleeping properly. So I got injured, as one does. And because I knew that I wasn't going to reach my pace goal for the half marathon, or I didn't expect to, I decided to join the Desjardins Charity Challenge that Race Weekend does. And they basically provide every single runner that's participating with a list of potential charities to go for. And because I was struggling a little bit with my mental health at the moment. And because I've been directly touched by that, I lost my brother to suicide in 2010. I specifically wanted to find a charity in the area that focused on mental health and found one that also had community outreach. So my focus became that instead of my pace. And so if I didn't reach my pace, at least I knew that I was doing a little bit to help out my community, and it just shifted my focus. So the pressure was off, but I was still motivated somehow. And even if I didn't participate in the run, if I had to drop out, if a doctor said I couldn't, at least I had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about your brother?
Absolutely.
Tell me about him.
Yep. His name was Stefan. He passed away from suicide in 2010. He was 22 years old. And it was a shock, like it is for most people. It stays with you. He was dyslexic, and that part is a fact. Like it's an interesting part of the story because he typed out 5 letters to people in his community that he really cared for and wanted to leave a message to, which is meaningful. I mean, for anyone who can imagine that situation. And like so many young men, he felt like a burden, which is absolutely mind boggling because there is not one person that didn't feel like he wasn't the most helpful and most involved person in their lives. All he did was help constantly, but there was a part of him that just I don't know what it was because I'm not in his mind, but yep, he felt like a burden, and it overcame him. And so yeah, unfortunately we lost him because of that.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
One of the things we've been noticing as we've been talking to thousands of people across the country, specifically with men, because just by volume of talking to so
Mhm.
many people, you tend to understand some patterns, right? I think generally there's a problem, and we've seen this with women as well. They
Yep.
somehow feel like their struggles are less than.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a guy I remember we spoke to in, I think, in Red Deer, and he was talking about what he was going through, but he said, "Oh yeah, I'm struggling with anxiety and I've got some depression, but it's not as bad as like a soldier who's fighting something." And one of the things we tell people is your worst day is your worst day.
Yeah.
Your lived experience is your lived experience.
Mhm.
It doesn't make it anything less than or more than. It's just what you have been. Your worst day is your worst day.
Absolutely.
How have you been coping after this happened?
Coping with the loss of my brother?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting. It was obviously very difficult, and I went through a difficult time in that period. The way that moment affected my life specifically is it had a significant effect on how I interacted with other people afterwards. I don't know if I was more of an extroverted person or if it was easier for me to connect with people back then, but there was definitely a period where you kind of feel like you're standing outside looking in, because there are hundreds and thousands of people that understand how I feel being the sibling of someone who's taken their own life. But in those moments, it's very difficult to understand because it's very sudden, and all of a sudden you're flooded with all of these thoughts of how did they feel.
Yeah.
It's not about, I don't know for other people, but it's not about what happened. He made his decision and we can no longer control any of that. It's the burden of how did he feel before, and the fact that they didn't say anything. And it's very difficult to reach out, and I feel the exact same way. I've had friends that have been in my life for years and years and years, and still, if I need support, it's hard to reach out because no one wants to feel that way, and we all feel that way, and it is this ball that just keeps rolling, and we all seem to not learn that the people in your lives feel very valued to be able to help you. Like, to give them the opportunity to be there for you
Yeah.
is a gift.
Yeah.
And to just hold that back and not give them that chance. I know that my best friend feels thankful every single time I give her that opportunity. And I feel grateful every time she gives me the opportunity to show up in her life.
What do you think that is, though? That's pretty. It's an interesting point you touched upon, because we kind of want to help, but also not want to make other people feel like we're a burden on
Yep.
them or something.
I don't know where that comes from. I don't know what it is. It's just, it's an endless thing. And I think men feel that even more so.
Yeah.
Because of this history of providing.
Mm.
And because that's shifted in our societies and the women are kind of joining,
Yep.
it takes a bit of that sense away. And I think it's thrown a lot of, I don't know if it started with my generation, maybe it did, but it's kind of thrown that sense of purpose and what your value is and what you bring to the table.
We're about the same age, so I think
Yeah.
like we're all feeling it, and I think there's something to be said of like the levels of anxiety
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people feel, and for me personally, the other thing, because I struggled with some mental health stuff as well last year, I think there's just an overwhelming sense of hopelessness just generally, and it's hard to point out what that thing is,
Yeah.
but it's there.
Yep.
It's like everything sucks, nothing's worth it anymore. I don't want to do anything anymore. I'd just much rather stay in bed and cuddle with my dog or something.
Yes.
And there's this overwhelming sense of hopelessness that I think collectively all feel. And there's so many layers to it, right? Because
Yeah.
it's political, it's economic, it's social, it's what you were saying about gender roles kind of being all over the place a
Yeah.
little bit right now. It's the fact that, you know, people can't get jobs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's obviously like this looming threat of AI,
Yes.
which is now suddenly on the horizon where, you know, whatever you're working to it's just sort of maybe adding to the anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just a blunt question. How are you dealing with it?
I dealt with it at the beginning of the year. So, as insignificant as it seems, my 2025 started with me feeling like I was on top of the world just before the new year. I just purchased a house. I just started a new relationship. Work was going well. Everything was great. And within a matter of days, that potential relationship ended.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, it was significant to me, maybe because of what stage I am in my life and just the hope I had made up for myself.
Mm-hmm.
My dog that was very near and dear to me was 9 years old.
Oh,
2 weeks
no.
later,
Oh no.
I found out that she had a brain tumor. She started having seizures, and I found out she had a few months left.
Oh no.
So that was a bit of a 1-2 hit.
Yeah.
And the house I purchased was a fixer upper. It needed a lot of work. And then roof leaks and other so it felt like everything came in 2s and 3s, and it was constant. And then I got injured, and it truly just felt like it was trending downwards. But I kept coming back to, if you're feeling hopeless and you're feeling like you can't do anything right or nothing good is happening, do something for someone else.
Mm.
What happened for me last year when I started running, I don't know where the desire came from to start running, but one thing it did for me is it made me go outside more often.
Love that.
So at least 3 to 4 times a week, I go outside, I have a run. I used to listen to music, now I just listen to silence. And so birds, winds, trees, I get to be outdoors, see the horizon. That in and of itself is great for mental health. It's good for your health, period. And then the fundraising came along in that if I feel like I can't help myself, do something for someone else.
Yeah.
Do something with your hands. Build something with your hands. Start a craft. Give something to give time, give money. Feel like you're giving yourself a purpose. You're taking the pressure off of you. You're taking the attention off of yourself. And chances are you'll help yourself through that.
Yeah.
By
Man.
just showing up for other people will make you feel better, and eventually it might even just help work through and
Yeah.
just
That is some sage level advice
Yeah.
right there, because I think that's even for me for that matter. It's like same boat. It was struggling with my mental health, and everything became about me and
Yeah.
my shit and the stuff that I'm dealing with. And then when I met Satch in February, it was like, oh, here's somebody who objectively has it worse than a lot of other people. So lives in a basement suite.
Yep.
Has been through the ringer multiple times, but is doing stuff for other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I always grew up with this idea that, oh, before you help someone else, you need to help yourself first.
Yeah.
But I've realized that this is the worst advice on earth. It really doesn't matter. And even on this run, you know, like we've had we've had like homeless folks, like unhoused people donate stuff.
Mhm.
And you would think that it's the intention behind that and the meaning behind that was so much more, right?
Yes.
And I think we got more in those moments than they did
Mhm.
because it was such an example a powerful example that they set for us, being like, oh, you'd think that they don't have the kind of resources that we enjoy, but even in that moment they can give something,
Absolutely.
which is just really humbling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I'm really glad that you found that path.
Mhm.
For anybody watching, was there like a process or um was like a Murakami book or something that you read where you kind of found that approach, or was it something that you kind of stumbled on?
The approach of just reaching out and helping other people?
Yeah.
I honestly maybe would have to give that to my mother. I think. I don't remember a part of my life where I learned about any kind of marginalized community. I just remember it always being just a part of the conversation. But my mother was a nurse for her entire career. And I just remember her taking me to charity walks when I was a child in the 90s. And so I already knew that these things existed. I remember doing fundraisers at school or for sport activities, for dance,
Wow.
just to raise funds for everybody to pay for it, basically. So it was always a part of that. In college, we had a class. I forget what the name of the class was, but I remember there being a fundraiser aspect to it. So we had to choose a charity and we had to find a way to fundraise. And we actually chose, just to be creative, we chose a charity called Le Bras, which is a charity that helps support the community that's affected by HIV and AIDS. And so what we ended up doing is we ended up having a bake sale on Parliament Hill for 420.
Love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had lemonade and brownies and cookies
Yeah.
at 420. And so
Yeah.
nobody was interested. And then a few minutes later, everything sold out. And
That's
so
amazing.
you can have fun with it. It doesn't always have to be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so my bachelor's at Algonquin College was in hospitality and tourism management. And as our closeout event for the degree, we had to put on a fundraiser event with zero funds.
Wow.
So we had to get everything donated. Luckily, the food and the kitchen at the school provided that, but we had to learn how to put it on an event with no funds. So
Yeah.
we had to go in our resources, and then we also had to raise money at the same time for this charity. So I think it's always been a little bit a part of me in my community and how I was raised. But there's so many podcasts now about this
Yeah.
community and mental health. And I think a little bit of that came from that as well.
That's
So,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, I can clearly see that you've clearly had a pattern, like just from the time you're a child, like a very giving family, obviously, that imbibed that culture in you.
Mhm.
So that's awesome. And I think that's kind of helped you in a way when you kind of needed to be helped the most, I guess, if that makes sense.
A little bit. It's nice to have that. It's nice to know that you have options. It was still a struggle.
Yeah.
It still was.
Yeah.
But you take it one step at a time and you hope that it's going to flip. It's still going up and down.
Yeah.
But as long as you have some ups.
Yeah.
I told some people that for a little moment this year, it kind of felt like there were a few little, I don't know how to say it in English, but des éclaircies de soleil.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
a cloudy day and there's a little
Sparks
bit
of
of sun
Yeah.
every now and then.
Yeah.
And then slowly but surely there's more
Specifically
and
like
more.
those rays that shoot through.
Yes.
Just that little glimmer of hope.
Yep.
Got it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. You ran 30K with Satch today.